Another reason you need system in your business. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I was talking with a group earlier today, and actually I was attending an online seminar where they were discussing a new system that they're bringing about based off of previous systems that have worked for them. But they're putting into place a new system, a training system, which I thought was really inspiring. I mean, it's really neat to see something like that happen because you can't lose if you have something over nothing. Okay? And when it comes to system, that's absolutely the case. Having some system is better than no system. And a great example of that is a book I just finished. It's called Millionaire Training by Larry Thompson. And this is all, half the book, or the first part of the book, I should say, is nothing more than a transcript of an audio series that this gentleman put out back in the early 80s. It was just a one-time speech that he gave that they used to put out on audio cassette, and it was used for training people specifically in the Herbalife network marketing business. And the rest of the book is all the stories of the people that were affected by this one particular training series. It wasn't a huge system that they put into place for training. It was a very basic system that consisted of some really hardcore principles and some really good stuff that would help people in any business, let alone a network marketing business. Well, a lot of these people, you can see some of their photos down here, a lot of these people that speak in this book, that write different sections of this book, they went on to achieve success in other places, which is an interesting thing because it's something I've heard over and over again. People that get really good training in one spot, if they're trained well in principles, they can use those principles anywhere. A gentleman that I listened to earlier this evening, he had worked originally in a business and had gotten a whole bunch of training and never really put it to place right there at that time in that business. But years later got involved with a different business, put the training into effect. He didn't even realize where he had gotten it all until years later, but put a lot of those same principles into effect and became very successful, and is successful to this day because of it. And that's inspiring, but it's what having a system can do. And it's not just a training system, but any type of system, any type of knowledge base or a way to do something within your business that allows you to no longer focus in that area, but then allows you to go and do something else. So it runs somewhat like a machine. There's the organic element to it, the human, that's always going to be up in the air. But if you have something to lean back on that is more stable, or that can be more stable over time, that's what a system is all about. That's why I teach and work with all of my clients to become very, very system-based, to make as much of their business system-based as possible. And it can't all be system-based. There's human element to it. But as much of it as you can, make it system-based so that it creates predictability. And it allows leverage for you to go and do the more important things, or not even the more important things, the things that are more important for you to do as the owner, as the CEO, or any executive position. There are things that you need to focus on. There's things that other people in the company need to focus on. And oftentimes the areas that have the most turnover, or the areas that have the most growth, they need the most amount of training. They need the most amount of system. And so you always have to keep in mind that even just a little bit of a system can make a huge difference in somebody's life, and it can definitely make a difference in the life of your business. A great place to start, if you've never really thought this way in terms of your business, or if you've wondered, what's slowing my business down? Why can't we get past a certain point? A great book is The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. Go check out that book. That'll at least give you the basis for what the type of system that we're talking about here. It's not going to answer all your questions, but it'll get you started. And there's a lot of people out there that think very systematically and know how to put these type of things together for businesses. And maybe we'll talk with someone in the future to kind of give you an idea of how that works. But first, you got to have the focus to go in that direction. the understanding that you need some form of system to automate your business so that you can go work in other areas. So it's something to keep your mind on, being system-based. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Also, go get my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. Chapter 2 is all about being consistent. And that consistency, a huge part of that is being system-based. So go check that out. You get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. We'll be back here tomorrow where we'll have another thing that we focus on, either a principle, a strategy, or a tactic that you can run with right away in your business to really explode it and take it to the next level. You have a great night. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.